Welcome, latest Motley Fool scoreboard. I'm on in Chocolate and we've got longtime fools Jason Hall and Lou Whiteman giving a 1 to 10 rating to a top 100 company in the Moneyball database. It's Woodward, ticker symbol WWD, which I still want to call Woodward Governor, and I think Jason wants to call Woodward and Bernstein. We'll rate the strength of Woodward's business, including factors like industry and competition. A 10 is invincible, a 1 is hopeless. Both of you have 6s, Lou.
Yeah, can I go Woodward and Lothrop maybe? But no, or something, I don't know. But yeah, Woodward Governor, let's lean into that, as in it governs engines. And that's kind of what this company does. It's an industrial component manufacturer focused mostly on specialty electronics used to optimize engine performance. Most of the business is aerospace, big positions in the A320, the Boeing 737 MAX and 787. There are also some non-aerospace industrial systems too, industrial, maritime. They've been caught up in headwinds. It's kind of brings down my score here. Look, they also had a deal to combine with Hexcel back in 2020, which I think would have created a stronger company. That was called off just due to the COVID chaos. I'm of two minds here. I think it's a good, sustainable business. I also think there are better investment opportunities in the world and in the aerospace world, just in terms of growth. So a 6.
Yeah, I agree, Lou. And you can look at the profitability metrics and to many of its peers and other companies that are in the same industry. And it kind of plays out. It's a good business. The valuation of the stock doesn't align with where the profitability is. There's better fish to catch in the same pond.
For management, a 10 is Warren Buffett, a 1 is Homer Simpson. And Lou, I did catch your headwinds reference. Jason has an 8. Lou has an 8 as well.
So Chip Blankenship, he hasn't been at Woodward long. He's CEO now, but it's just May 2022, I think. But he's made his mark on this business. I've talked before about how the assets that are now Howmet Aerospace were terribly mismanaged inside Arconic. Blankenship was the guy who came in, cleaned up the mess, and created the Howmet we now all love. That, to me, is enough for an 8. He's been at GE before. He's done similar work here at Woodward, kind of picking up the pieces when the Hexcel deal fell apart. He knows the industry. He knows what he's doing. He's done a good job with this business.
Yeah, the board's a who's who looking beyond Chip Blankenship. He has a fellow former CEO of Arconic, the aluminum company that's since split up into an industrial manufacturer and then more of kind of focused on manufacturing aluminum products. Former CEO of that company on the board with him. And you look across the board, and there's a lot of former and current executives in the aerospace industry. The expertise and connections are really important for a company like this.
For financials, a 10 is a fortress, a 1 is yikes. Jason's got a 6. Lou, you've got a 7.
So balance sheet is fine. About 2 times the debt is cash, but not a massive amount of either, so nothing they can't handle. Revenue, earnings per share, both up 8% year over year in the most recent quarter. That's 15% aerospace growth, offsetting declines elsewhere. Part of this is these are cyclical businesses, and they are benefiting from the cycle, and this is a really strong and sustainable cycle, though. You also do get a tiny dividend here, some share repurchase activity. Absolutely no reasons to worry, no quarrels, but, just fine.
Yeah, nothing to get excited about either.
Jason, let's talk valuation, see if that's exciting. How well will Woodward stock do over the next 5 years, and how safe is it? 10's a sure thing, 1's a lottery ticket.
Yeah, 5 to 10% returns is my expectation, and about a 6 for safety, a little lower than Lou. I think the stock, again, Lou talked about the upside of the cycle right now, which is favorable for aerospace companies. But I think the aerospace industry and also the space craze a little bit, investors are just kind of memifying a lot of stocks. And this is one that started to get memified a little bit lately. And the math's just not as favorable either on the upside or on the downside risk at these valuations.
Yeah, I like the business better than the stock, period. Stock is up, I think, 50% year to date. It's a cyclical business, as we said. I actually think with this cycle, it can sustain. I don't think we're doomed for a crash, but I can't imagine it going up another 50% and really just kind of to the moon. Market perform, which for me is 5 to 10%. A strong 7 because Woodward is an important part of the supply chain and planes aren't going away, so I think there's plenty of business out there for them.
Thanks to Lou and Jason. They've given Woodward an all right overall score of 6.4 out of 10. For topics, Lou prefers TransDigm, and Jason prefers Howmet, which we talked about earlier. Look out for a new scoreboard every market day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Next up is Lululemon. Till then, Fool on.
This is the classic. It's a company in the industry, right? You know, it's like,
Basically, yeah. Yeah.